Hello friends, I'm here today to talk to you guys about our teeth and what kinds of things are healthy for our teeth. I know we've talked about lots of things that are healthy for our whole body, but let's talk about our teeth and what kinds of things maybe we drink that are healthy for our teeth and unhealthy for our teeth. Can you think of anything? Yeah, the first thing that comes to my mind is water. I know that water, look at that, it's nice and clear. And it's so good for our whole body and including our teeth. It's super good for our teeth. Can you think of anything that might not be good for your teeth? Yeah, sometimes it's hard to know what is bad for our teeth. So today we're gonna do an experiment. An experiment is something that we're gonna do to test out and see what is bad for our teeth. So we're gonna take a couple of jars and we're gonna fill them with different kinds of things that we might drink, like soda or coffee or juice or milk or water, and we're gonna let them sit overnight and we're gonna see what happens to them. We're gonna do an experiment, and that is gonna be done with eggs. Now you may say, why eggs? Well, let me tell you, when you look at an egg, it kind of does look like a teeth, and it has the same feeling and a little bit of the same consistency. And this is gonna give us a good representation of what our teeth are like. So we wouldn't leave our mouth full of soda all night long, right? So we can't test this out on our own teeth. So we're gonna test it out on this egg. So we're gonna put the egg inside of some of the drinks that we think maybe are good and maybe are not good, and a lot of drinks that we like to drink at home. And we're gonna see what happens to these beautiful white eggs and see what happens the next day. And maybe we can realize what might happen to our teeth if we keep drinking these things. All right, so I've gathered a few things that I think that you guys might be drinking at home. First thing is fruit punch. So we're gonna pour that into a cup and we're gonna see what happens to the egg in the fruit punch. You know, we already did the water. I also got a bottle of soda because I know that sometimes we drink soda as a sometimes treat. So I thought that maybe soda would be a good example to put in one of these cups. Other thing I did was milk. I know that we drink a lot of milk at our houses, so we're gonna put that one in one too. And the last thing that I have is actually vinegar, and that's gonna replicate anything that you're drinking that might be super acidic, like coffee or maybe sometimes. All right, so all of our jars are filled with their eggs and their liquid. So here is the water one. You can see the egg nice and white inside. Here is our vinegar and egg. Here's our milk and egg. You can't see our egg in here though because they're both white. Here is our soda and egg. Can you see the egg inside? Yeah, it's standing straight up. Isn't that silly? Maybe it's because of all the bubbles. Here is our egg inside the fruit punch. So we're gonna let these sit overnight. Hi friends, it's the next day and we're here to see what happened to those eggs. If you remember, we made a prediction about what was going to happen to our eggs. As you remember, we did an experiment. An experiment is to test something to see what's going to happen, and a prediction is during that experiment you're going to guess and see what do you think would happen. We made a prediction about our eggs in different jars of different liquids that we drink. What did you guys predict was going to happen to the egg that was in the water? All right, well, let's pour it out and see what happened to our egg. Here is our egg. Still feels the same. You guys can see, it still looks like an egg, right? It's still just as hard as an egg. So, nothing happened in the water. Is that what you predicted? If you did, then you were right. Why do you think that nothing happened to the egg in the water? That's right, because water is good for our teeth and good for our bodies. So just like the egg that represents our teeth, nothing bad happened to the egg. It stayed the same. Next, we're gonna try out the juice, the fruit punch. So what did you friends predict was going to happen to the egg in the fruit punch? Let's pour it out and find out. Look at this egg. What happened to it? That's right. It turned a different color And you guys can't tell this at home, but I'm feeling this egg and it's super slimy. Is that what you predicted? Why do you think that this egg changed colors? The next one that we're gonna look at is the egg that was in the soda. Can anybody tell me what they predict is gonna be with the egg in the soda? Can you see any changes that happened to the egg that was in the soda? That's right. It turned brown. Ugh. That does not look like something that I would want to have inside my body. Is this what you predicted would happen? How do you think that this happened? The next egg I have is an egg in milk. What do you predict happened to the egg that's inside the milk? Let's pour it out and see. What changes happened? Can you guys notice anything different about this egg? Is this what you predicted would happen? Why do you think that there was no changes? That's right, there was no changes because milk is healthy for our bodies. Although drinking milk and not brushing your teeth is not super good for you, but milk is good for your body and good for your teeth. So that's why nothing happened to this egg. What did you predict was going to happen to the egg that sat inside the vinegar? Can you guys see this egg? What changes happened? Now I want to show you the changes that are different between the one that sat in vinegar and the one that sat in water. Look at that. What's different? Is this the change that you predicted would happen with this egg? It's extra big. I wonder why it's extra big. Well, I have an idea. I'm going to touch it. And if you see me touching it, do you see what's happening? It's jiggling. It's not hard anymore. I think the shell is gone. Let me wipe it off with a paper towel. Look at that egg. Isn't that so silly? It almost looks like a toy squishy ball, doesn't it? Why do you think that this happened? All right, friends, so I laid out all of the eggs. Here is the egg that sat in the water. Here's the egg that sat in the fruit punch. Here's the egg that sat in the soda. Here's the egg that sat in the milk. And here is the egg that sat in the vinegar. Did the same thing happen to every single egg? Why or why not? What do these changes tell us about the things that we drink and the things that we put inside our body? It tells us that some things maybe aren't the best for our teeth. Maybe they're just a sometimes treat. Maybe some things aren't good for our teeth and some things are. So it's really important to know that soda and fruit punch are just a sometimes treat and that they're not very good for your body. But if you are gonna have a sometimes treat, what should you do afterwards? That's right, you should always brush your teeth. So when you're going to bed, your teeth look like this. I wanna make sure that my friends know that when we drink sometimes treats, just like these eggs, you don't want to have brown teeth or red teeth. Your body's teeth tells us how healthy our bodies are. We can't see the insides of our body, can we? So our teeth help tell doctors and dentists how healthy we are. So if you're keeping your teeth nice and healthy, that means you're keeping your whole entire body healthy. So let's all go drink some water and brush our teeth.